Good day, everyone. Ali Safi here from Safi Financial Network. Today is December 6, 2024. Here is another weekly edition. All right, so we just got another positive week here for S&P 500. We closed at weekly top or weekly new all-time high, 6,086. And the weekly chart is telling me that the momentum still is going to continuing for potentially for another upside move to 6145. As you see here, these lines are gonna be the choppy area that we were forecasting, and sure enough, we just got choppiness for 3 weeks almost, and then getting back to the bullish momentum. I would say this is very, very bullish seasonality, and also the momentum uh, all, still is on the bull side, and the market just keep grinding higher. We can just delete this stuff here, and we can just say if market gives us another potential a corrective move, that's going to be a buying opportunity. I know that market doesn't give us any correction and any deeper correction that I want. So just a 1 week or 2 weeks potential shallow correction, and that would be it. But that would be perfect if market gives us at least to 58 to 5700, and then getting back to the upside. That would be kind of like a very, very healthy corrective move for the market. But market doesn't give us any of this potential corrective move since, I should say, August. So after August capitulation to the downside, we didn't get any corrective move, basically, just a 1 week or 2 weeks shallow correction, and then that's it. So just as I said, be patient, be hunter. If you're on the side, if you're invested like myself and having some cash on the side as well, so just leave your positions as is, and just stay for another potential deeper correction. Then you can deploy the rest of cash in the market. Shorting the market at this environment is a suicide. So if you want to do that, go for it. But even if you want to go with a short position, so make sure just put a stop loss, very tight stop loss, because the market has a fantastic momentum to the upside. And as I said, there is no place to shorting the market heavily at this stage of the time. So for the time being, just to stay tuned for a bullish momentum. But if we get a deeper correction or kind of like a decent correction, we can get it as like a buying opportunity. So here's the daily chart. S&P 500, as you see, market just muscling up, very, very short candles, very small candles, but these are very, very low volume candles, which favor to the bull side. So 6,086 is just the new closing all-time high. And right now we are just waiting for, as I said, a deeper correction. So when market doesn't give us any deeper correction, we're gonna just stay as is for the time being, and we can just keep invested, keep our position invested. However, stochastic momentum is showing us potential another divergence, and also MACD and RSI tells me that we have another divergence on the daily chart. So we may see some kind of like a pullback, and that would be again great buying opportunity if we get a pullback. We're waiting for this pullback long time, and we shouldn't just concern about it, because I know that the mentality of people, they want to just be bullish and making money all the time. But this is one of the most hated rally, I should say. Lots of people are just calling the top or significant top, or I should say extreme top, and market just keep grinding higher as well. So for now, we are in our position. We keep our position invested as is, waiting for a deeper correction to deploy my rest of cash. Moving on to the Nasdaq weekly chart. We just got a new all-time high, new closing all-time high this week, and sure enough, we just got a nice rally this week, especially after an NFP tomorrow. Seems like the job market still is going to be strong, and US dollar just got a strength after NFP numbers today, and the job market is pretty solid, at least for the time being. Beat the estimate and beat the expectation, which is a bullish for the job market. And this is kind of like a good news for the market, which market just took it as a good news as well, just because when Donald Trump is coming, potentially market expecting interest rate is coming down while the economy growth is continuing, which is question mark, but leave it to the market for now. And the market just keep it as a booster to the upside. 21,592, that's the level that we close our weekly chart. If we go to the daily chart, you will see that this is a nice parabolic move to the upside, a pretty strong rally, and we are getting a divergence between our SMA 20 and also the price action. So whenever we see something like this, if this is SMA 20 and if this is the price, when we see a divergence, usually we will see some kind of like this shakiness to the market. Market will have a drop and then pop after that. So we are just waiting for that drop to take it as a buying opportunity. So this is the area that I'm looking at. This is our trend line. And this trend line, as long as keeps momentum to the upside, we are remaining bullish. So this is the strong trend line, I should say. We have it for now. And if we get below this November pivot, this is election rally or the election pivot, and this is another November 18 pivot. So when we get below this, we're gonna just be careful just because market seems like getting into a bigger correction. But as long as we are above November 1918 pivot, you should see any pullback as a good buying opportunity. All right, moving on to Dow Jones. Dow Jones, let me just open up the Dow. Here's the Dow Jones weekly chart, and we just got a negative wick for Dow. So Dow hit 45,000, getting back to the downside right now, 44,626. And I should say this is good. So even if we get kind of like a lower to 42,000, still we are on a bull side. Even if we get to this area to 40,000, still we are in a bull side. As you see here, the momentum is shifting to the downside. This is a long divergence. This is a long time divergence since beginning of this year. Dow is in a divergence. This divergence is confirming with MACD and also RSI as well. But as I said, the divergence doesn't show itself, and when it shows, it's already late. So people will be caught usually in divergence, but the momentum is shifting to the upside. Right now, it's just diverging from SMA 20. This is another indicator that I'm just looking at. The deeper correction is coming, but the question is when exactly. So daily chart tells us that potentially it's pretty close. So the formation of the candle here is showing that the top is here, at least for a short term, and we may get some kind of like a small corrective move to the downside to 44,000. So if we get to this level, I would say that's going to be a great buying opportunity because Dow just reacted nicely to this important trend line here. And this is the area between SMA 50, SMA 20, and this is above a November 18 pivot. And this is election pivot, by the way. So it's been just the months that market just took off to the upside while election finished at the election pivot. But I would say the January, February could be very, very choppy, especially February, March. Quarter one is going to be always choppy period, regardless who is going to be in admin and who is doing what. Usually quarter one and quarter three, we will have a choppiness. So just last August was quarter three, and market just had a capitulation, good downside move before the next rally to the upside. Moving on to gold, which was kind of like a confusing and doji bar today. So at NFP, just the market took off to the upside. Gold goes up as well, but later in the session goes even to the negative territory, and even just at the closing, close a doji bar. So something like nothing changed after this volatility. This is a choppy volatility. Daily chart tells me that still we may see a pullback to the downside. And this at 24 to 25, this 2484 to 2500, that would be a fantastic buying opportunity for gold. Still looking for that one. So if gold gets back to here to this area, I've been here for a long time, and if it gets here, we're going to see another potential good buying opportunity while interest rate is coming down, while the job market is kind of like a squeezing, and we will see the gold is going to take off uh, to the upside. So we're just waiting for that one. Moving on to silver. Silver just showing a reversal today. It's kind of like a leading right now. And I would say silver is going to be better asset compared to gold in 2025. The reason is pattern. So when we get here to this area, hopefully 27 to 26, that would be fantastic buying opportunity for a long run, because I believe from here to the upside, we can get almost 30%. Silver target for me is going to be $40 per ounce, potentially by 2025, 2026. So it's got to be 1 year trade or investment, but that would be very, very nice opportunity if we get to 26 to $27 per ounce. Even for some investors who are just saying, Ali, I don't care about $2 down. I'm just looking for the upside. Still, it's going to be a good opportunity, but I'm always looking for a patience and a kind of like a good risk to reward trade. So even for the investment, I'm looking for a technical pattern to give me a good setup. And if I see the setup, I'm going to just get in with both hands. Moving on to crude, which is going to the downside today, another 2%. I believe crude is just getting ready for a shakeout to 65, then $61. So based on the chart, based on what I see here on the chart, we'll see that this consolidation is about to shrink to the downside. And if it just push the pressure to the downside, look at 65, because if it breaks through, then we can go all the way down to $61. So we will see for crude. Moving on to individual names, so starting with Bitcoin, which had a fantastic momentum to the upside today. As I said yesterday, if you haven't watched my video yesterday, I said Bitcoin, if Bitcoin closes today, positive candle, this means this is a very, very bullish, especially yesterday was a shakeout for Bitcoin. And this is very bullish price action. This is very bullish structure to 110,000. So let's see 110,000 is coming if Bitcoin just close a positive today, which it did. So I believe the market is going to go keep grinding higher to the upside, and more upside for Bitcoin is coming. Ethereum, another move out today, fantastic move, just got above this important pivotal point around 3,900. Now Ethereum just touched 4,000, established itself about 4,000. And you know my target, 46 to 4,700 is coming for Ethereum. Remember this area when I was saying if Ethereum goes above this 2,600, we're going to just see a 3,600 nicely, and after that 4,600. So Ethereum almost got doubled from that area. Bond yield just going down today. So yield is down. So that's why I would say Treasury is supposed to go up. Sure enough, we just got a pop today for Treasury hitting 94.91 and then getting back to the downside 94.39. But I would say Treasury can stay here for a long time, and they can go higher, I would say, for this month or so. So VIX is down today another 5%, pretty close to the bottom information. Usually VIX $12. That is the area that I'm looking at. And let me just go here. Yes, so $12 is kind of like the bottom that I have for VIX. This is very, very identical bottom that I have for VIX, and we are getting close to here. It doesn't mean that it's going to spike right away after hitting the bottom, because you see that since December 2023, VIX didn't have substantial pop all the way to March 2024. So it doesn't mean that when it gets there, it's going to have an immediate pop. It just tells that the market can keep grinding higher while VIX is down. Moving on to the Dixie. Dixie, after today's job report, it just had a nice reaction, getting back to this trend line, going back to the upside. Well, it is not strong pattern. Yes, it got a strength, but not strong pattern. If it goes above 107, then we can say, yes, Dixie can go higher after that. It can just hit the all-time high. But as long as it is below this 107, I should say I'm gonna give it a benefit of doubt if there is any upside momentum. Magma indicator, technology indicator, just the sparking higher to new all-time high, 1711. Apple just hit a nominal new all-time high, but getting back to the downside on sellers to control 20 cents down even after hours. It took a hit. This stock just hit the all-time high. Amazon, fantastic. 226 even after hours. Just that took a hit. But again, Amazon just sharply going up to new all-time high. This is a parabolic rally. This is a short-term top. We may see a corrective move to the downside. That would be kind of like a good buying opportunity. Meta, $14 up, not a bad session, new all-time high. So 623. As I said before, Meta can hit 625, which it did today. Microsoft, a $95, 95 cents up, another bad session. Microsoft hit this gap and also this breakthrough to downside, short-term resistance here, short-term top. If we see a pullback, that would be kind of like a good buying opportunity. Google, $2 up, not a bad session at all, especially after yesterday. Shakeout, forming a bullish consolidation. I would say Google pattern is getting better and better. When we are just moving forward, I would say the corrective move, the choppiness that I'm seeing here is kind of like a higher lows, higher lows, higher lows, while just Google is sliding down. This means this is a bullish pattern. Netflix, a new all-time high today. Fantastic move, $16. Netflix is getting close to 1,000, so we'll see. No one even thought about it after Netflix just in 2000, I would say 22. Look at the Netflix going all the way down to 168. Right now, stock is at 934. So Netflix just got, I would say, 8 times after that. So this means still good quality names, even if they hammered, that's going to be a buy. Moving on to Tesla, 5% to the upside, even after hours, sparking higher to 394. This stock is at fire, new, not new all-time high, but pretty close to new all-time high here, pretty close to double top. So Tesla, $400 is coming. Whoever thought about this, but even I just missed this because I was waiting for this to get into long position, but seems like election didn't give me a chance. So this is one of those stocks that I just say, okay, I take it. I just missed the rally, but I thought this one is going to give me a chance to get in here. So we will see. Moving on to the semiconductor index, 31 cents up, not a bad session. I would say this is one of those sectors that still consolidating for a fantastic parabolic rally to the upside. If it wakes up, I would say semis are going to just go higher nicely. Moving on to the stocks, the same pattern here. It's just forming a nice consolidation. But if it gets higher, I would say stocks can be a very nice momentum to the upside, 273. Taiwan Semiconductor moving higher nicely, breakthrough, going back up, back test today, going up to the upside. AMD, just a 2% down today. I would say AMD, just give me a chance. Don't be like Tesla. Go all the way down here because I want to buy you here. So 111, 125, that's the area that I'm looking at. NVIDIA, just getting to the reversal. Seems like this is kind of like a head and shoulder for NVIDIA at the top. If this is the case, then we should see some kind of like a shakiness to the market and potentially corrective move to here, 116 to 118. That's going to be the level that I'm looking at for NVIDIA. Let's see how it goes. Moving on to Texas Instruments, 11 cents up today, not a bad session. Lam Research, $1.38 up today, not a bad session at all. So we bought Lam Research a while ago. We're just accumulating to our stocks. And I'm kind of like having a very, very good foreseeable scenario for this because I believe Lam Research is going to be one of those guys that like Netflix, when it bottomed here, just forming a very nice bullish momentum to the upside. This is kind of like a bullish structure that I want to see. This is a 3 drive or even 4 drive bullish. and looking for breakthrough above 84. So we will see how it goes. Moving on to the financial spider, XLF, just 1 cent down, KBE 17 cents up today, still looking for this area for a great buying opportunity. So we will see KRE regional banks are up today, 19 cents up, still looking for $60 for this to just gap fill and getting us another opportunity. JP Morgan, the same scenario here. If it goes down here, I would say this is going to be a good scenario, but I'm not sure because there are lots of support here around 220, 225, so we will see. Goldman Sachs, $2.88 up. Another bad session holding up there. Bank of America, 25 cents down. And Wells Fargo, 67 cents up here as well. Moving on to the GDX, which is gold miners. I believe they are just getting ready for the final low before forming the bottom for the next buying opportunity. So we'll see how it goes with this name, GDXJ Juniors, the same pattern here, looking for a final low. This is a QM pattern, looking for a final low here somewhere around to 40 to 41. Then we will see how it goes. AEM, the same scenario here, just holding up very well. I would say if AEM goes here somewhere around, this is the area that I'm looking at. So if it gets here, potentially that's going to be the final low for a nice rally. Newmont is forming a very nice, I would say, ending diagonal pattern, a bullish ending diagonal pattern here, right at 36 to 41. So this is the box that I say all investors and traders should keep an eye on this because this is the buying opportunity. This is not something that you think it's going to be sell. So my ideal scenario is sharp sell off to here, to somewhere low here. And that would be a fantastic buying opportunity. This tells me this stock has been bottom. Right now, it is in the box. This box is a buy, but this is a wide range, so you can nibble in and average down your price when it's here. Moving on to Franco-Nevada, 2% downtick today, and I believe this is going to be another sharp sell-off potentially. If it goes below this pivot, then this area is coming down the road. Moving on to the gold barrick. 18 cents down here, gold barrick the same. So we are forming the H pattern, potentially $15 to $16 is coming. Moving on to the energy spider, XLE. This is crazy, just capitulating to the downside, and 88 to 89 is coming down the road. So this is going to be good area, I would say, for nibble into this position. XOP, the same pattern here, just going all the way down, broken trend line. We're just back testing this. So we will see if it's going to hold or it's going to just dip through into it. Moving on to the OH, oil and gas exploration, oil and gas services ETF, just capitulated 3.80% to the downside. Exxon, 1% down, $1.21 down. Still looking for some kind of like a movement to form the bottom, but there is no sign of reversal. This is kind of like an ABC corrective move, and this move shouldn't go below this because if it goes below this, it's going to go all the way down here, which is going to be a fantastic opportunity, but I would say shouldn't go there. It's better for the chart longer term. Moving on to the Chevron, 2.57% to the downside. Chevron obviously cannot manage above this trend line, maybe next time. So if we just move back here, so this is the consolidation that they see. So if Chevron goes below this area, that would be kind of like another lower low, which I don't think that's going to happen, which I don't think that's going to be the scenario. Potentially Chevron is going to form the bottom here, somewhere around 147 to 152. So that's the area that I'm looking at for Chevron. If it happens, then getting back, tackle this area, that would be fantastic. Kind of like a buying opportunity to the upside. So we'll see how it goes. All right, folks, I believe I finished everything. If you like this video, please smash the like button, subscribe to our channel, and have a good weekend. See you on the chart. Bye-bye.